NBA Crossover is a fan event that combines pop culture and the NBA in a way that is engaging for the audience. Unique activations centered on the art, music, fashion, technology, and enjoyment that surround today's game will be featured during the event. Welcome back to Athletic Primestars. In today's video, we're going to see the NBA crossovers that humiliated the stars. Let's watch them one by one. Tim Hardaway, the crossover god. One of the earliest authentic crossover techniques, the killer crossover, is frequently credited to Hardaway. Hardaway's development of a counter enhanced its deadly nature. He would simply chuck it back between his knees and pass you if you were sitting on the crossover. Jamal Crawford leaves Wesley Matthews grabbing at air. I still need clarification about what Wes Matthews was doing after such a deadly maneuver. Was he shoved? Did he notice a whistle? Antoine Tyler's ghost descending from the stands. Did you see it? The more likely scenario is that he required an explanation because he was so ashamed. Stephon Curry puts Gary Neal in Popovich's doghouse. People frequently overlook the fact that Curry has some of the best handles in the league because they focus on his prodigious shooting ability. Despite not being the fastest player, he has such a smooth touch with the ball that he frequently surprises defenders who overplay him. Luke Ridnour faceplants trying to guard Russell Westbrook. Ridnour has been accused of stepping on people's foot by Minnesota fans. I'll say that he tangled his feet up after getting caught in Westbrook's tornado. That fall was quite jarring. Deshaun Stevenson can't feel his entire body against Dwayne Wade. Wade had a few other more ruthless crossovers. I'm thinking of the times he cut down Eric Snow and Keith McLeod. Neither of these resulted in a made bucket, but this one on Stevenson was nearly as good. Deron Williams turns Tony Douglas all the way around. My favorite crossover move of all times belongs to Deron Williams. He approaches it with his entire body, leaning into it. Since relocating to Brooklyn, he has yet to yank as many people, but that's why YouTube was created. Steve Nash slides out of his socks against Tony Parker. One of the all-time greatest baseline crossovers belongs to the man who claims to have invented the teardrop. Nash received a dose of it in this situation, but the Lakers suffered the most as a result of this choice, in my opinion. Kevin Durant tells Sasha Pavlovic to sit down. Durant is too big and long ever to be a showy ball handler, yet he occasionally whips off something spectacular. One of those plays that ruin someone's career may have happened with this one. Nasty. Michael Jordan puts Byron Russell on a pogo stick. Later on this list, we'll hear more from these two. Jordan's double crossover rarely receives praise in his career highlight videos. Russell will no doubt be happy to hear that, so please tell him. Jason Kidd destroys two all-world defenders on the same play. Even though they are two of the best defenders of the modern era, Ron Harper and Scottie Pippen are accustomed to being breached. Kobe frequently moved Pippen out of the way, and Damon Stoudemire once smacked Harper across the butt. They were both eliminated in this one by Kidd's maneuvers. Jamal Crawford barbecues Ray Allen. This was so nasty I switched to porn when my mom came in, is a common comment on YouTube regarding this video. Only in that manner can it be characterized. Despite the fact that Crawford is known for his shake and bake, this could be his best career move. Incapable of keeping up, Jesus simply passed out on the last crossover. Tim Hardaway UTEP two-stepping on Chris Childs. I'll admit that before including Mr. UTEP two-step, I thought about not including him on this list. Not that the move is bad, but Hardaway isn't getting the same kind of jolts from it as some of the other guys on this list. Unfortunately, the level of difficulty means that it falls onto one position. Going through your legs after nearly reaching full speed on the break, then bringing it across your body, that is Houdini Hardaway repeatedly beat Childs throughout his career. Allen Iverson telling Jacques Vaughn to sit down. Vaughn challenged Russell Crowe in the gladiator pit, which was unimaginable. A particular talent is required to become confused, and then fall 10 feet further on your ass before stumbling backward. The video is now getting interesting, isn't it? Now, we saw many NBA crossovers. For more such bits, subscribe to our channel and watch the rest of the video. Chris Paul spinning Anthony Carter around. Due to the fact that he genuinely didn't care about things like this, Anthony Carter has always been among my favorite players in the league. The majority of players would have lost control, either slapping CP mercilessly or falling to the other end and starting to chuck. Carter most likely did none of that, in my opinion. I make a promise to him to bring up the play when we next speak. Luke Doncic, the Slovenian sensation. Doncic has more pressure than ever to carry his Dallas Mavericks team right now after Jalen Brunson left for the free agency during the offseason. So he's raising the bar on his performance. Doncic's feat against Ben Simmons during the Mavericks game against the Brooklyn Nets was one of the season's high points. Doncic's crossover sent Simmons fumbling to the floor in the fourth quarter of the close game, looking like a jumbled bag of bones. Steve Francis embarrassing Troy Hudson. Troy Hudson is a poor guy. Every direction possible was pulled on him. However, he at least avoided falling, I'll give him that. On an island like this during an NBA game, it doesn't happen very often for someone to feel embarrassed. It was only with a bucket that Hudson might have regained his pride. However, the events that followed Francis's cooking and serving of him are not at all recalled by anyone. Michael Jordan for a title on Byron Russell. Let's start by setting the record straight. That isn't a push-off. Never did he raise his arm. As a result, it's a nudge. Over the years, the entire push-off issue has been exaggerated. You can't hold back your arm and still have enough force to knock someone like Byron Russell 5 feet over. It doesn't take place. Russell slipped and wobbled because of the move. A pullback, stop on a dime crossover. Jordan used this maneuver relatively infrequently. Derrick Rose destroying Andre Miller. Miller moved so quickly to get himself on his ass first that I'm surprised he could do it at all. The most embarrassing type of fall is this one. You can make jokes about it occasionally. Sometimes you can try to claim that you pushed the man or that you stepped on his foot. Not this time. Jason Williams showing out against Gary Payton. You are aware of the author of this, correct? The greatest J. Will admirer in the game. You had to know that this move would end up in the top 3. It's odd that Glove didn't follow suit after this move. Do you know how you keep practicing those hesitation moves in the hopes that you'll use them to hurt someone one day, but it never seems to pan out? By Williams' command to stand up straight, Payton was so unbalanced that he was forced to extend his leg. Damn. Allen Iverson puts Antonio Daniels down twice. Antonio received 2 drops, twice. After that, your only option is to stand up shell-shocked, throw your hands in the air, and look for a referee to protest to. Allen Iverson tells Michael Jordan to watch the throw. What were Iverson's 2 best plays? I had to perform it. MJ wasn't as badly shaken as a few other cats on this list. He did, in fact, get up and block the shot. Ali I's claim that he had always promised everyone that he would try his move when he got to this stage is the only aspect of it that I find objectionable because, well, it's not his move. He stole it from Georgetown walk-on Dean Barry, in the words of blind and devoted Michael Jordan supporters. So, with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more such information. Bang the bell icon for notifications. Also, watch other videos from our playlist. Bye!